Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So I made it through about maybe 3 sips of coffee on Trump's little George C. Scott moment, like he's in Patton, basically delivering a demented, insane campaign speech to all the general staff in our military. There's no hiding it now. I mean, corporate media is going to do whatever they can to try to spin this into something normal, but this ain't normal. And every admiral and general saw it, face to face, had a front row seat to it. For those of you who, are in the cult and are not bots and everything else, go look at that speech. I want you to think about what if this is your commander-in-chief, if this is the kind of person you want to put your life on the line for. I can tell you as a veteran, this would, as a former Marine, this would scare the hell out of me. It scares the hell out of me now. He's unfit for office. Morally, physically, ethically, spiritually. He's unwell. He needs to be removed. So does his cabinet. Everybody in this administration needs to go for the good of the nation. Will they? Probably not anytime soon. But there's no hiding it anymore. I mean, there wasn't before, but just the fact they called this meeting is insane. And it wasn't for any other purpose but then a campaign speech. Some narcissistic delusion for a demented old madman that wears diapers and shares racist AI videos of his political opponents. It's a freaking joke. And every one of you MAGA folks that supported this, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith, defend democracy, and I'll see you later.
Wow. Straight up silence from the generals when Pete Hegseth introduces Donald Trump at the meeting this morning. In case you need some hope and encouragement, check this out. So much silence that even Donald Trump made a statement about it when he got up to the mic, stating he's never walked into a room that was so silent, and then goes on to tell people they can leave if they don't like what he's saying, but there goes their rank and their future.
Join me in welcoming the 45th and 47th President of the United States, our Commander-in-Chief, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much, Pete. Great job you're doing, too. Fantastic job. I've never walked into a room so silent before. This is very... Don't laugh. You're not allowed to do that. You know what? Just have a good time. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. And if you want to do anything you want, you can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank.
That's fucking embarrassing. And it really gives you a line into what those generals and admirals have going on in their brain. Apparently, it looks like they're just as tired of his shit as we are. Have a good...
I just watched the address by the so-called Secretary of War to our top military brass, and boy, am I deeply concerned. In that address, where he pulled our military leaders from their posts all around the world, including combat zones, to come listen to him speak, he basically just mocked our own military. He mocked the contributions of women, of minorities, of people who have a few extra pounds on. He has really done us a disservice. I don't think this man understands what our military is all about. I don't think he understands what America is all about. I don't think he understands what it means to be a Christian person, to be honest with you. I wrote about it in my Substack. I want to hear from you. Check out the Substack post. The link is in my bio. I want to hear what your thoughts are. How are you feeling about this? Because I'm not feeling it. I'm really not.
We just had our president and our Secretary of War, no longer our Secretary of Defense, because we want to encourage war, right? We don't want to defend our homeland. Anyways, we just had the two leaders that pretty much protect us, run our country, call all the generals together and announce war on American citizens. They're going to go to war with the blue states. They're going to send troops into the blue states and correct them all. How does this sound normal to any of you? What has happened to the do not tread on me people? You have bellied up and just said, well, at least it'll show the Dems. We don't like the Dems, so that's cool. You people are cowards. You have absolutely sold your country down the sewer to just, troll the libs. So worth it. Awful. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Please understand the point of view of a senior U.S. military leader who got called to this meeting in Quantico that just ended. You got pulled out of your job, some of these in combat commands, to sit in a meeting in a photo op that was live streamed and could have been an email. And the people you got yanked across the world to listen to included people like Keg's Breath, who has a series of sexual assault allegations, domestic abuse allegations, financial mismanagement, leaked classified information that threatened the lives of soldiers, and then just recently made sure that a number of individuals who massacred hundreds of men, women, and children unarmed at Wounded Knee were going to get their medals. And then he was followed by the President of the United States, an individual who is at the center of a PDF network investigation that is actively getting the Republican Party to cover for him, who has on numerous occasions slandered the U.S. military, losers and suckers, calling POWs weak because they got captured, destroying Veterans Affairs and the care for veterans, saying he didn't want to be around disabled veterans, attacking Gold Star families of men and women who have died in service to this country, fighting staff members at Arlington so he could get a photo op. This was last year. Getting soldiers to roll out the red carpet on their hands and knees for Vladimir Putin. Taking the opportunity to have a parade sponsored by an energy drink and UFC for the Army's 250th birthday. Absolutely disgracing them. And what did they have to tell you when you came all that way, right? They said, if you don't like what I'm saying, then you can leave. Motherfucker, they were never there for you in the first place. They were never there for the previous guy. They're there for the country and the Constitution and the men and women sitting next to them. That's who they're fucking there for. So all this bullshit about turning, the military from a soft, woke organization that happened to fight in Afghanistan and Iraq and multiple other conflicts throughout history into this fierce, fighting force, except you're taking a shit ton of their money, quality of care, and sending it to the border for, fences that don't work. And using money to build your damn ballroom. Like, that doesn't fly. And they can say all these things, like they can say all these like strong words, and warrior ethos and all of that bullshit. But it's coming from weak people. It's coming from weak people. You have a guy with allegations of domestic abuse, sexual assault, alcoholism, putting the lives of military members in jeopardy because he wanted to invite a reporter in there and put it on Signal, which is against the rules, with no fucking accountability, which the military is built on accountability, and another guy who's at the center of PDF network allegations and trying to cover that shit up with a history of trashing the military. So they can say all they want. They can say all they want. But all that did, the only thing that meeting did was to cement the disrespect that these generals have for those individuals. They can respect the position, but those individuals, all it did was just lower that respect, if there even was any. Because you have to understand, these are unserious people who are pretending to be serious, and these men and women smell through that bullshit. They absolutely do. So don't buy into the propaganda. Don't buy into all the crap, Fox and everything. Like, oh, the military loves them and it was great. Look at these pictures. That is not the way it fucking went. All right? You had two people, two unserious, unprofessional, broken-ass people talking to a room full of honorable individuals who have had bonds to this country and the Constitution and to each other forged in battle. So, yeah, just make sure you're aware of that and, don't pay attention to these assholes.
You dumb, drunk ass, beer belly, no pull up doing, motherfucking window licking, mouth breathing, slack jaw Neanderthal, fucking loser ass, chode, pogue ass bitch secretary. Fuck you. Everyone hates you, including your own mother.
So I just watched the video of Donald Trump addressing a room full of the U.S. military's top brass. Imagine being such a thin-skinned little bitch that you will tell a room full of people with 20, 25, 30, 35 years experience in the U.S. military that you didn't even have the balls to serve in, by the way. That if they didn't just absolutely love you and react positively to what you were saying, there goes your rank and your future in the military. How much of a little bitch do you have to be to say, how much of a power trip do you have to be on to say that and think that it's just going to be fine?
What we have here is America and everybody on TikTok complaining about these goofies in power, P. Hexen, whatever the hell his name is, and this dickhead Trump. Powerless little sleazebags. Pedophiles. Nobody respects you. Not even your own army. Nobody wants you around. You both need to be taken out of power and put in jail. Disrespecting soldiers like that. You're a bunch of goofies. They all looked at you. Nobody clapped. No one clapped. Not one person clapped. Terrible speech. You're trash for society. You're a scum to this world. Get these goofies out of here. ASAP.